Michael, thank you so much for joining us. Tell us just how bad the situation is for you and, of course, the other employees, and if the airline has communicated anything with workers on a way forward in terms of when you will actually get paid.
Our situation is extremely bad, and the airline has not said a word from us. We know that we've heard that there's an interim acting CEO that has been appointed. We read that in the news, but we have not had a word from her.
So explain to me just one bit here, because you have not been paid for the month of March and we're under lockdown at the present moment. What's the plan for workers? Because now government is saying they will not bail out SA Express. What do you do after that?
Okay, what we did, our plan of action was obviously to start and communicate with all the relevant authorities, starting from the executives, the BRPs, up to the Office of the President. What we did is we read the letters to all these offices, and certainly we have received no help from nobody, despite our pleas. And at this point, we have resorted to actually engaging the public on the matter by going on Twitter and other social platforms and putting our plight in the public arena so that the public would actually see that we are going through a rough time, because all of us, if not most of us, actually have not been paid since March up to date.
Was there any kind of warning at all that this might happen from your employer?
Well, there was some kind of indications that we may not be paid, and we tried to engage the employer. But even the BRPs, I can tell you right now, we have been left out in the cold as the workers, because what happened was we have been requesting that they should form the workers' committee as the Companies Act require for them to do when they undergo the BR process. But I can tell you right now that we have not been given an opportunity to form the workers' committee in the BR process. So the workers have not been heard at all in the whole process.
Have you been communicating with the relevant unions at all?
We have written letters. We have actually one of my colleagues, Captain Velem, spoke to the minister himself about the matter, but we still have not received any help. Instead, what happened is that the minister referred him back to the executives, which are non-functional at all. We don't know exactly what is it that they do in this kind of situation as we speak. And the sad thing about this whole thing is that before we went for the lockdown, there was a sum of about 47 million rands that belongs to SAA, to SA Express, that is stuck at SAA. We have communicated to the minister about that one to actually ask for help, that can they release that money so that people can actually get the salaries. Because in as far as I know, that amount could have assisted with at least 2 months of salaries, but we still haven't got that money to assist in the situation that we're facing right now.
Well, as we know, Public Enterprises Minister Pravin Gordhan will be reporting back to Cabinet, to a Cabinet meeting on Monday on both the SAA and SA Express, your company. Do you think the airline can be saved? Are you holding out any hope whatsoever?
Honestly, I do not know, but what I can tell you is that the asset itself, SA Express, is a very valuable asset, and I think it has the potential. A plan has actually been drawn and submitted to all the authorities to show that SA Express has got potential to make money. All the problems that we're having have nothing to do with the operations of SA Express. All the problems that we're having have to do with the corruption that we've experienced and with the unwillingness from the government to actually address the situation. Right now, we have got about 2 years that we have set on a case that was well published of one of the GMs, the former general manager of Commercial, who was actually charged with corruption in relation to the monies at SA Express. And nothing has actually been done about that one. So SA Express, in my view, has actually been allowed to deteriorate to the level where it is at. Because even the problems that we've had have been reported to the minister. The minister is aware of them. The public at large is actually aware of those problems. But tell me if there's anything that you know that the government has done. In fact, all the executives have actually been running around free. To worsen the situation, our former CEO has been promoted to another SOE as a CEO there.
Okay, it's looking like tough times at the present moment for all the employees at SA Express. They still haven't been paid for the month of March. The airline, of course, is under business rescue, and a former service provider, after the former service provider took it to court, and that was one of the employees struggling at the present moment, Michael Hlatshwayo, just talking to us about their plight at the moment.